But I do think that AJ Fletcher has a very unique skill set that can completely shut down the game of Battle, depending on if he has the cardio to keep it up for 15 minutes. Now, what we have to acknowledge is that Bryan Battle has put on a stunning series of performances, right? Aside from getting thrown to the Wolves against Fakhretdinov. Renat Fakhretdinov, there we go. Aside from getting thrown to the Wolves by that man, he's pretty much put on a run. You know what I mean? He's knocked out Takashi Sato. He had the big win against Gabe Green. All of the good stuff right there. He's put on against these guys. AJ Fletcher got a big win in his last fight, man, but he's kind of faltered a little bit. So my question to you here, AJ, man, is do you think that AJ Fletcher can use that grappling and repeat the performance that Renat Fakhretdinov did and just hold Bryan Battle down for 15 minutes without suffering the consequences of that knockout power of Bryan Battle?
Do I think AJ Fletcher can repeat that Fakhretdinov fight against Bryan Battle, Derek? I don't think so. With the way Bryan Battle has kind of come into his own after the Ultimate Fighter, yeah, he suffered that loss in a second to last one against Fakhretdinov, but the way he has shown growth and exponential growth at that same point speaks massively to the way Bryan Battle's mentality and fight style goes into this, man. This dude is growing left and right. We saw him, like I said, on the Ultimate Fighter. He was a chubby guy. He used to go as Pooh Bear. Now he's the butcher, bro. He's cleaned up, cut down, and knocking people out left and right. I think the power, the speed, and the agility that Bryan Battle's going to present is going to be a very, very hard time for AJ Fletcher, one, to even get a hold of Bryan Battle, but also two, to keep him down. Do you think AJ Fletcher possesses the ability to actually keep Bryan Battle to, well, one, at least get the fight to the ground, and then two, hold Bryan Battle down once he does?
100%, man, but it's weird because AJ Fletcher, in my opinion, is such a skilled grappler, but I just see him, he's getting dominated in the grappling. It's weird, man, because I'm like, you have the skill set. There's something that's missing here. And the other big component is that you'll see him at big bursts where he's hurting his opponents, man. If you look at the fight that he just took, man, against Angelusa, right? Lusa, pretty steadily dominating the fight. Second round, randomly, he just says, all right, man, I'm just going to uncork hooks, brawl style, let's go. And he hurts Lusa, but he couldn't keep it up for the other 5 minutes for the next round. You get taken down, you get dominated in the grappling, and there you have it. Look at the Themba Gorimbo fight, right? He's kind of getting out wrestled, turned it around for a guillotine, ends up getting the win, man. So that's the thing that leaves me hesitant, because I feel like if you put it all together, this is a smash spot for the plus 145 underdog AJ Fletcher. However, I just don't see it, man. But this is what we need to address. Bryan Battle with 2 stunning first-round KOs. Last time that we seen him with the unanimous decision win, it was against Tresean Gore. And that wasn't like a bell-to-bell domination victory. Tresean Gore probably landed the more damaging shots throughout the fight. He just didn't have the volume. So does that worry you at all? If this goes all 3 rounds, 15 minutes, AJ, if it does go that way, do you think AJ Fletcher can rack up the more damage with the big shots and maybe some control? Or do you think that Bryan Battle should skate out of there with the new and improved Butcher Battle that we're seeing?
I think Bryan Battle skates out of there, Derek, especially with the not lack of cardio that AJ Fletcher has, but the amount of power he possesses in that blitz style. It drains that gas tank really, really fast. And that's kind of what we say, especially like you said, with the Angelusa fight. Doing well, beating him up, landing the big bombs, but then you get outpowered and controlled in the end of the fight. Yeah, it could have been because he got tired. It could have been because Angelusa is an absolute beast in there and he's strong as can be. And that could have some effect right here, but Bryan Battle's that same style of fighter. Arguably a little less power than Angelusa, but he still does have the power to put you to sleep, has the gas tank to get things going. I think Bryan Battle's going to be the one lasting longer in this cage. Although at the same point, man, you do make a very compelling case for AJ Fletcher in the fact of his wrestling. And if he's able to control this and conserve that energy and not put the blast out there, not hit him with the blitz, then AJ Fletcher might be looking good in this fight. I just don't see it happening that way.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the one fight that I would not be surprised to see 29-28 AJ Fletcher, just pure domination victory, kept Bryan Battle down, didn't let him get to his offense. But that's the thing is he's such a scary guy, man, with that timing, with that power, he puts people away. Like, he's flatlining these guys, man. Like, this is not just a punches and bunches type of guy. So when we're looking at these odds, man, I will say Bryan Battle has swollen to a minus 190 favorite. AJ Fletcher is looking at plus 160 comeback. So it hasn't swelled too crazy for Bryan Battle, but he's definitely a substantial favorite for the props on the Bryan Battle side. Why is the TKO plus 475 if this dude is starching dudes like this? Do you see value there?
I'm not sure, Derek. I actually was seeing a lot of value because it's a plus 475 odd. And at first I looked at it and I was like, man, that's weird. Maybe there's something else we don't know that's going on right there. But I mean, from what all we know, Bryan Battle has that spark, has that tenacity to get the knockouts. And it makes me a little curious to why they think the submission's at a plus 275. Is it because AJ Fletcher is going to be hunting the takedowns, get to the ground, Bryan Battle out controls him, outworks him, he gets a submission? I don't know, Derek. I see a lot of value in that plus 475 TKO, but do you see any in that plus 275 submission?
I actually do. And I think it's for exactly the reasons that you just mentioned, man. We see AJ Fletcher get tired, give up his back, just put himself in a turtle position. And a lot of these guys, they have submission opportunities. I don't really see them jump on it. But I see Bryan Battle either going in and trying to just snatch like a rear naked choke, get him out of there, because Bryan Battle can grapple as well. Or, yeah, just club and sub, man. Or not club and sub, just beat him up, ground and pound. You know what I mean? Either way, I think this is a closer fight than people would think. But I like Bryan Battle. And I'm going to actually, AJ, believe it or not, even though I see juice in that finish, I think that AJ Fletcher is a tough guy. I think he's going to take him to a decision, plus 250 for that decision. I see a lot of value there, so that's going to be my pick. Are you rolling the same?
Close, Derek. I'm actually going to steal a little bit of your thunder with what you just said, man. I'm taking that club and sub rear naked choke, folks. I'm gonna if it hits, I got to give some credit over to my boy over there who said it, man. Rear naked choke. I see that one being the key right here. Give me that plus 275 submission.